Ryan Reynolds is known for his razor-sharp humor, quick wit, and uncanny ability to turn even the most awkward situations into viral comedy gold. But on Thursday morning, the Deadpool actor found himself in a real-life panic spiral that left both him and his friends, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, laughing hysterically. During an appearance on Live with Kelly and Mark, Reynolds decided to come clean about a recent morning disaster that nearly had him missing the show entirely. And in true Ryan fashion, he had receipts, namely, a string of hilariously frazzled texts he sent to the hosts as he raced against the clock. "This is how you ruin a perfectly good morning." Reynolds, 48, began his segment on Live looking as calm and collected as ever. Dressed in his signature layered casual look, crisp white shirt under a navy cardigan, sleeves rolled to the forearm, he took a deep breath before admitting, "Okay, so I owe you both an apology and probably a formal fruit basket." Kelly Ripa tilted her head with mock concern. "Why, you were right on time today." "That's today," Reynolds said, grinning. "But last week, let's just say there was a moment where I thought I'd have to do this show via FaceTime from the back of an Uber." Mark Consuelos leaned forward. "Wait, you mean when you texted me, 'I'm on my way,' at 8:57 for a 9 a.m. taping?" The studio audience burst into laughter. Ripa immediately interjected, "Oh, please tell me you have those texts." Reynolds pulled out his phone and nodded. "Oh, I do. I've learned to never delete my own humiliation. It's material." The text thread that had the internet in stitches. Reynolds began reading aloud from the screen, his trademark deadpan delivery turning the moment into an impromptu stand-up routine. 8:42 a.m., guys, don't panic. I'm only 10 minutes away. Which was a lie, he admitted. I was still brushing my teeth in Tribeca. Kelly gasped, laughing. "You didn't." "Oh, I did," Ryan continued. "Then at 8:46, I texted, 'Traffic is insane, but I'm channeling my inner New Yorker, aggressive yet polite.' Which, as you can imagine, is impossible." Mark nodded knowingly. "That's code for, I just cut off a cab and now I'm praying they don't follow me." The next text read, "If I don't make it in time, just tell the audience Ryan Gosling's here. They'll forgive anything." The studio erupted in laughter. "You're unbelievable," Ripa said, clutching her stomach. "I panicked. When you're late to live, it's like being late to your own wedding," Reynolds said. "The show goes on whether you're ready or not, and everyone looks better dressed than you." The great traffic meltdown of Midtown Manhattan. Reynolds went on to describe how the morning took a turn for the worse. "I hit every single red light known to man," he said, shaking his head. "At one point, I'm behind a delivery truck unloading what looked like one single baguette at the slowest pace humanly possible. I started narrating it to myself like David Attenborough." Here we see the elusive New York delivery driver, unaware that a man's entire reputation for punctuality rests in his flour-covered hands. Kelly, nearly in tears, interjected, "That's when you sent me the one that said, 'If I disappear, tell Blake I loved her but not as much as my GPS.'" "Exactly," Reynolds laughed. "I was losing my mind. I even considered getting out of the car and running the rest of the way. But I remembered, I wore boots. Nobody runs in boots." Mark smirked. "You texted me, I might jump out and sprint, but I don't want to look like Tom Cruise unless it's a sequel." Reynolds nodded solemnly. That was the breaking point. The group chat chaos. What made the story even funnier was that Reynolds wasn't just texting Kelly and Mark individually, he'd accidentally started a three-way group chat that morning. "I thought I was being strategic," he explained. "You know, reaching out to the hosts separately. But I realized too late that I'd texted you both together. So all my frantic updates were coming through like a stream of consciousness." Kelly burst out laughing. "Oh yes, we were watching it happen in real time. Mark and I just kept texting each other privately like, should we tell him he's definitely not making it?" Reynolds grinned. "And instead, you texted, 'Don't worry, we'll stall. Just tell security you're Ryan Gosling.' That did not help." "I was trying to lighten the mood," Kelly protested. "Oh, you did," Ryan said. "It's hard to stay mad when the people you're panicking to are sending you gifts of snails." The actor paused, looking into the camera. "If there's a moral to this story, it's that Kelly Ripa is the kind of friend who will absolutely make fun of you while you're dying inside." I thought the world was ending. When Reynolds finally arrived at the studio, sweaty and winded, the chaos didn't stop. "The security guard looked at me like I was breaking into the building," he said. I'm like, "No, I'm supposed to be here. Ask Kelly." He goes, "Everyone says that." So I'm standing there, texting Kelly again, and she just replies with one word, "Run." Mark laughed so hard he had to wipe his eyes. You looked like you just finished a marathon when you got in. Reynolds agreed. Yeah, I walked in like I'd survived an action movie. Except the villain was time management. Kelly added, and then you sat down on set, hair perfect, not a bead of sweat, like nothing happened. That's Hollywood illusion, Ryan quipped. Inside, I was one heartbeat away from collapsing. My heart was doing jazzercise. The live redemption arc. Despite the morning meltdown, Reynolds managed to nail his segment. His natural charm and quick humor carried the day, and by the end of the show, he turned his tardiness into a viral-worthy tale. Honestly, I should have known, Kelly said. Ryan doesn't just show up late, he shows up with a full story arc. Panic, despair, redemption. Classic hero's journey. Reynolds laughed. I'm like Odysseus, but instead of battling sirens, I'm fighting Midtown gridlock. The internet agreed. Within hours, clips from live showing Reynolds reading his texts began circulating on social media. Fans flooded comment sections with laughing emojis and memes. Ryan Reynolds panicking over traffic while being effortlessly hilarious is the most Ryan Reynolds thing ever, one user wrote on X, formerly Twitter. Another added, Kelly and Mark just letting him spiral in that group chat is peak friendship energy. Blake Lively weighs in. Of course, no Ryan Reynolds story is complete without his equally witty wife, Blake Lively, getting the last word. The actress commented on a live Instagram clip of the segment, writing, imagine living with that level of drama every morning. Send help. Ryan quickly replied, you say that like it's a bad thing. Kelly read the exchange on air the next day, chuckling. Blake, we're with you. But honestly, we'd pay to read Ryan's panic texts every week. Reynolds, ever the entertainer, didn't deny it. I could publish them. Texts from a man who can't find parking, a memoir. Mark chimed in, bestseller. Easily. The takeaway. Never text Ryan Reynolds before coffee. As the laughter died down, Kelly turned to Ryan and said, you know, the best part of all this is that you could have just called us. But you chose chaos. Of course I did, Reynolds said with mock sincerity. Chaos is free entertainment. Mark nodded. And now you're trending for being late. That's talent. Ryan shrugged. If I can't be punctual, I might as well be memorable. The hosts and audience erupted one final time, and as the segment wrapped up, Kelly gave a playful warning. Next time, Ryan, if you're running late, just send a selfie. We'll hold your spot. Ryan grinned, holding up his phone. Oh, I've got a folder ready for that. It's titled, Proof of Effort. Behind the laughter, real friendship. What made the entire exchange feel so genuine wasn't just the humor, but the warmth beneath it. Kelly and Mark, who have known Ryan and Blake for years, clearly share a comfortable camaraderie that allows for plenty of teasing without any edge. During the commercial break, Kelly turned to the camera crew and said affectionately, that's what we love about Ryan, he can make a total disaster sound like the best day ever. Off camera, Mark added, he's one of those people who reminds you not to take yourself too seriously. Reynolds smiled, genuinely touched. That's very kind, but for the record, he said, next time I'll set 5 alarms. Kelly raised an eyebrow. 5 alarms in a helicopter. Ryan grinned, I'll settle for a teleportation device. The viral aftermath. By afternoon, the Ryan Reynolds Late to Live saga was trending across entertainment news sites. News dubbed it the most relatable celebrity moment of the week, while People magazine featured the story under the headline, Ryan Reynolds turns panic into punchline. Fans couldn't get enough. TikTok users began recreating dramatic readings of Reynolds' texts, complete with sound effects of honking horns and epic chase music. One video racked up over 2 million views within 24 hours. Ryan Reynolds' nervous breakdown over being late to a talk show is the energy I bring to every Zoom meeting, one caption read. Even the official live account joined the fun, posting a clip of the segment with the caption, when you're late but still manage to make it hilarious, #Ryan Reynolds mode. Wrapping up with one last laugh. As Reynolds left the studio that morning, right on time, this time, paparazzi caught him smiling and shaking his head. I swear I'm going to start leaving the house at dawn, he told one photographer. Or maybe just move into the studio. When asked if Kelly and Mark had forgiven him, he laughed. Forgiven? They're milking it for weeks. Kelly already said she's printing my texts on mugs. Later that evening, Ripa posted a photo of the trio backstage to Instagram, all smiles. Her caption read, he made it. Barely. Love you, at Vancity Reynolds, next time, coffee's on you. Reynolds commented almost immediately, "Fine. But only if I can Uber there 3 hours early." And just like that, what started as a chaotic, sweaty, anxiety-fueled morning became another classic Ryan Reynolds moment, proof that sometimes, even when you're late, laughter makes you right on time.